Good afternoon. Welcome to Real Talk with your guest show host, Anesha. No, I am not Alyssa, and she's not here, but never fear, she'll be back very soon. So we're here on Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. every Friday. Don't forget to subscribe because then you can see Alyssa next week and not me. So you may recognize my name. Nobody really sees me. I'm the production manager of TCN Network. Okay, we're changing angles real quick. So I'm the production manager, but I am taking over for Alyssa today. It's going to be a good show. So today we have a guest on that is pretty large in the GTA's Caribbean community. She's big in showbiz. She does many things, and I think it's important to hear her story, hear what she has to say, her advice, because in this generation of creative souls everywhere, it's important to know what everyone's taking pictures of me. I'm so nervous. Okay, real talk, guys. Real talk. This is my first show. Very nervous. So if I stutter, if I talk too quickly, if I forget to breathe, please excuse me. So today we have a guest on who is in the entertainment industry, and I think this is really important for me because being a new student out of school, having somebody to give me advice and who knows the industry, who's been through it, super helpful. So when we get back from the break, I will introduce our guest, MC Nadzzz. See you soon.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
Hi guys, and you're watching Real Talk. So today on the show we have Toronto's very own MC Nadzzz.
Hi.
MC Nadzzz is very popular in the GTA Caribbean community. She's well known for, of course, being an MC, hence the name. She's MCs events, weddings, parties. You do a whole 9 yards. Not only does she MC, she DJs, you do voiceover, and you have your own radio show.
DJ, let me just be clear before all the other DJs say something. It's at home, and it might be for a party or two, but that's about it.
So she does the whole 9 yards. She does all of it. You also do a bunch of other stuff. You're very big on community.
Yes.
I spoke to her a couple times. You work with the Toronto Caribbean Children's Foundation.
Yes.
And Inspire to Act. So
Yes.
you help youth all around.
Big to my heart, absolutely. And thank you for having me, by the way. And you're doing great. I know she's nervous, but she's good. She's good.
Correct. Okay, so I introduced you a little.
Yes.
Tell me more about what you do.
Let's talk about what I do. So I go by MC Nadzzz. A lot of people see that and go, yo, do you rap? Do you sing? Nah, man. I can't hold a note for my life. But yes, I started working on what was CHRY, which is 105.5 FM. And then we rebranded and we are Vibe 105, hence the shirt. Hey, what's up, Vibe? Big up my Vibe family. And so I mean, I started doing radio when I was actually in high school. People don't know that. I was just into like all that stuff, making mixtapes, cutting open cassettes, doing that whole thing. And so I was making like commercials and doing that. Fast forward, went to university, didn't like business. I was like, I hate calculus and math. Now I have to do math in my daytime job, but whatever. And so after switching my major into health, I was on York's campus. So I went to York U, big up York U people. And I went into radio broadcasting as a joint with my BA, which was awesome. I loved it. Big up Jim Carr. He was the program coordinator at Seneca, and I think he still is. So he was a huge part of my life. When I graduated, it was with honors, GPA 4.0 valedictorian. Wow. So I kicked butt on that. I'm not going to swear because I know we have to be good. And so it was awesome. I totally enjoyed it. Life takes a turn. You have to do personal things come up. And so I didn't touch radio for 10 years. Wow. And then I just got back into it because there was a fellow colleague in the industry who had posted up needing somebody on a show. Did that for about 4 years. Creative differences, we parted. And so I started doing my own thing on Vibe. So yes, and then I realized, like you talk about entrepreneurs and getting into the creative sphere. And so you need to have your hands in different things. And so I said, I love music. What else can I do? So I started doing interviews. And then I was like, my other friends were like, hey, start emceeing this wedding for me and start doing this bridal shower for me. And so it became me, started doing bombardiers and stuff for people's bridal shower. A friend gave me an opportunity to MC her engagement, her wedding. Wow. And then it just spiraled into this thing, which I absolutely love because, as you can tell, I chat too much. And I just love, I love being part of people's important days. That then spiraled into, hey, Nadzzz, you want to MC an event? Which is different. I love the clubs. Big up to all the club owners and promoters. I'm not huge on it because it's a man's sphere, which we will talk about, I'm sure. But it was something that it spiraled into that. And I know my voice doesn't carry like a man's. I want to big up Tati from Toronto Club Scene. She was the one that got me into my first party. And she still mentors me to this day. She's awesome. She's a woman in the industry, and she's been through a lot as well. Wow. And so she's taught me what it is and what it means to stand up for yourself in the industry as a woman. And so I've been working with her a lot. She gave me my first party, and I was so green and scared. I had no confidence. I was like, what am I doing? Oh. You're standing with a bunch of female DJs that have been in the industry for donkey years. Yeah. Then you're standing next to guys who have been in there, and then I'm standing there, with my female voice, it's not carrying, hey, how's it going? I don't have that kind of testosterone in me. And if I do, that's a whole nother conversation. And so, yeah, and then it just came from that to clubs to doing, gifts for people at their wedding. It's just spiraled into something that I absolutely love, and I can't imagine my life not doing it anymore.
So it's a little bit of everything you love.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's every person's dream.
Yeah. Doing what you love is I have a full-time job. People don't know, I don't just work at the radio all the time. People, let me not fool you. We need other income. So I have a job, which I adore. It allows me to be in the community. Awesome. But I can't reveal too much. Otherwise, my spy people might get on me. But yeah, it allows me to just, this industry allows me to flourish in a way I just can't. My heart just, I love it. I love music. I love people. That's awesome. Just it. I'm gonna let her ask another question because I'm just like a facade.
So you talked about a bit about what you went to school for.
Yeah.
It wasn't radio. It wasn't entertainment. Yeah, you did a lot of schooling.
Yes, I did. I did do a lot of schooling. I graduated high school with that GPA of 98%. Think I'm going into Schulich. I applied for Schulich people. Let me tell you something. I had a 98 percentile. I'm not stupidity, as they say. But I didn't get in. Yeah. And so they default you to this business program and you do it. Man. But I was like, I hate calculus, man. Stay in school, kids. But I hate math. Hate it.
Yeah. So, what inspired you from going from business from hating business to healthcare to moving into what you're doing now? What inspired you to get into this industry?
Wanting change. I come from a good foundation. I love my parents. They're not
Speaking of parents, I want to get into this afterwards, but because this is a big topic. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, my parents, I love them. I didn't grow up in a house. I didn't grow up rich. We grew up grinding. My parents grinded even though they weren't together. I respectively saw them respect each other. They still love each other to this day. And I just saw them hustle everything you can think you can hustle. And so for me, it was like, man, I'm not feeling happy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had that conversation with myself because, to be honest, my parents don't understand anything I do right now. God bless them. They don't, and they're old. They're like in their late 70s. They don't get it.
Yeah.
But it's that need for wanting something different in your insides. And I know some people don't know how to grasp that. And say, yo, I gotta do something with myself. And I just was at a point when I was at university, I had no car. Yeah. Like, I was busting it like everybody. I know the struggle, guys. Don't let the bougie fool you. I know the struggle. And it was just like, I needed a change. And I was like, business is not going to cut it for me. Let me go into healthcare. That's cool. And even then, I was like, man, I'm not feeling this. But I saw this job fair on campus, and I was like, yo, this is dope. This brings me back to what I did in high school. Yeah. And I was like, let me just get into that. I mean, I kind of wish I did television as well because I would love to go there eventually. But radio's my heart. It always has been. 100%.
A lot of people say I have a face for radio.
She has a face for TV too. Like, make sure you message her and let her know she's fine. Just saying.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Girl love. I'm crushing.
So yeah, back to parents. How was it telling your parents that you wanted to go into the entertainment industry? Because
my whole
that's
family,
not always easy.
No, it's not. But they were. I mean, I guess because it's 10 years later, I got a solid job, a little different for me. When I did it in school, my mom was always like, look, Nad, do whatever you have to do. Take whatever OSAP you need to take. We will worry about it later. My parents always gave me that mindset. That's whatever you want to do. Like, they grew us up in a house. Like, we were open to everything. We grew up Hindu, but we've got, like, Bibles and every kind of biblical text you can think of next to us. Yeah. My parents musically were so diverse. We've Michael Jackson, classical. My brother was into the Doors. My sister's into Stone Love. Like, my family was always very supportive about, if you want to hustle something, try it. Because if you live not trying it, then you're going to live with that regret for the rest of your life. And at least try, because you have to try knowing that you may fail. And if you succeed, even better. Yeah. Right? And I try to tell even yourself, even I've gotten a couple other people that have come up to me that are in school right now, and I said the same, you got to try it, but you have to own it. The other thing is, people don't realize you need to put in the work and the ethic. Oh yeah. And if you're not going to put in that work, then you're not going to deem the results. And don't go around saying, yo man, I sucked at this, or yo, this sucks because A, B, and C. What did you do behind that?
Did you quit after 2 days?
That's it. Because let me tell you, this journey has not been easy. There's been a lot of free work, and there's been a lot of disrespect. And there's been a lot of judgment about who people think I am and actions. Instead of coming to talk to me like a person, there's been a lot of people that have been like, yo, she said this or she did this and I think she's trying to be like this. Nah, man. What you see on my social media, and I think you know that because, you know, we do a little creeping as normal. Okay. This is what you're going to get. But let's be real. I'm to the hood. If you disrespect me, you're going to get it back from me. Yeah. I'm not respecting you if you don't give it back. That's how that goes, right?
Yeah, it's like my dad always said to me that you initially have respect for somebody.
You have to.
You lose it, it's gone.
And sometimes I feel like in the industry, somebody told me, they're like, maybe you're a little naive, Nad, because you go in thinking you're going to trust everybody. I do. Maybe that's my fault, but I still do it.
Well, that's the thing. Respect is given initially, and then if you lose it, it's gone.
Yeah, that's it. It's like an egg. I use that analogy. It's an egg like a relationship. As soon as you crack in, that yolk comes out, you have no way of, how do you fix an egg? You can't fix an egg. An egg is broke. The thing is broke.
Shout out Humpty Dumpty. So you talked a bit about your struggles throughout the journey. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Oh, so, you know, you get into the industry and there's people you look to be your mentorship. And so that's been rough because people I've looked to, and they're all men. Let's just be real. This industry is hard to find women. But I've been lately, as of maybe in the last year, a lot more women I'm connecting with. A lot of them are DJs. I'm going to be real. I don't see any females in Toronto who are just MCs or just radio personalities. Only then the other big two that are on big names. Yeah. But they're not always accessible. And I want to make sure I'm accessible. So this journey's been rough because there's been people I've looked to as brothers. Yeah. And, you know, they've looked at actions that I've taken. Maybe it's my naivety. Oh, a lot of can't speak. Me being naive. And maybe my actions may have looked a ways, but I really wish they would have talked to me. Yeah. I've been, and I'm going to say it, I've been bullied. I've been bullied via written email by somebody in the industry, and I'm sure maybe he's watching, and I would love to make peace because that's one part of this industry that's not sitting with me well. But those conversations are long gone and probably not going to happen. And so I'm realizing that sometimes no action is better action. Let me get it straight. No, sometimes I've gone on my Instagram and I vented about situations. Recently, like last week, I was trying to book a gig through a fellow MC who was helping me. And we come to find out this person told the client that, oh, you don't need to go with her. My guy is better. Even that mentality, why? And that's the struggle we deal with, because for me, when I give, you know, other clients references, I give them a plethora. I'll give you like 4 because I know all the people. I know of them. I may have worked with them, or even I just know what they do. And I had thought about going to this person to try and, you know, come together because these guys are forming great collaborations with each other. But there's no female representation. Let's be real. We did a party a few months ago called Zodiac. Put on by Brian Starstruck Entertainment. Big up Brian. Awesome guy. And even he and I were having a conversation that he got a lot of flack for doing an all-female party. And it wasn't all-female to attend. It was just an all-female cast. And so you're asking me how I deal with it? It's a struggle because when you get behind closed doors, and I'm a real talk. What it says, I say it straight, talk. Like real talks. Like I used to have my first blog was called Real Talks with the Zeds. And so, you know, one of the things I say is you get behind closed doors and you're so frustrated. It's good to lean on people you can trust in the industry, but even that's few and far between because I don't know why there's so much backbiting in Toronto, but it's unfortunate because I've talked to a lot of older heads that have been in the industry that are no longer in it, and they left because of all of that. And it just sucks to see people walk away from something they love to do. I don't know why there's no more collaboration in this industry. The pie is big. A lot of us can eat. We can eat. You just like people, and you've said it too, people said I came in this industry and sort of swooped in and just honed it. That's because there's so much more you can do. Just think outside the box. And I love working with the people in the industry. So the mans them that don't like me, the people that don't like what I do, it's okay because you're giving me fuel to keep doing what we're going to do. Not only me, but another female. And that's the biggest thing for me. I want to make sure I'm making a path that if there's another girl watching that's in high school, that's in university, in college, I want you to know that the path I'm following, I'm trying to make it for other people to do. So, I may be a radio personality on Vibe, but I mean, you know.
You're a woman supporter all over. And that's important, especially in this industry dominated by men. And they teach you about in school. So we're
They
gonna
do now?
They do.
I never got taught that before.
So we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we will continue our amazing conversation with MC Nadzzz. Hi guys, you're watching Real Talk. So we're having a great conversation here with MC Nadzzz. So we left off talking about the struggle in empowering women. They do teach us about that in school now, which is great. I think that's amazing. But we mentioned space, being in the right space. That's really important. because coming out of university, I started an internship with Carib 101 Media Group.
Nice.
And I worked my way up from there. Yeah. But I've had great mentors. I had people, constant mentorship from, shout out to Grant Browning.
Big up, Grant.
Trish, she's great as well. And Alyssa's helped me quite a bit. Yeah. She's helped me guide through the journey so far. Yep. And we do training fairly often, but it's about being around people that support you. Yeah. And that's not always easy.
No. Yeah. It can be very hard. Like I said, Tati from Toronto Club Scene was a big mentor for me. Yeah. But I didn't really have anybody else. Yeah. And so Vibe was really huge. And you know, big up Randy, the program director. Mm-hmm. Randy, he goes by DJ Manifest. You could creep him on Instagram. He's gonna kill me. He's been a really big supporter in my growth. Also, our production guy KP London, who's right now having a baby. Big up KP.
Congratulations.
They've been really helpful in my growth, and you know, just making sure your delivery is clean and the way you deliver and your mindset of who you're delivering to. Yeah. So mentors are really important. I know a lot of people out there don't have the right space. Yeah. Let's just be real. Yeah. Not everybody can get it. Yeah. But you have to work for it. Because let me tell you, there's some doors I've knocked on in this industry of people who have multimedia platforms and they haven't responded. They haven't sent emails to me. They don't respond back. And they know people that I know, but I never use those connections to say, yo, go knock on that guy's door. I sent an email only because I want to earn it. Yeah. And I know a lot of people say you should be using your connections. Absolutely. Use your connections. I was just like,
it's so important.
Yeah. And then I was thinking, okay, maybe it's just not the right time. Let me refine what I do. Let me, you know, and it's just a matter of learning. Like, we're in a day and age where social media, Google, internet, like there's so much stuff for you to do. And like, I was looking at a video by a guy named Clinton Sparks, big like producer, music guy. Yeah. And sometimes, people don't know, sometimes I talk to him on DM, which is an honor because he has his own Dash radio. It's internet. And so one of the videos he said the other day was, you have to just hone what you have. Yeah. And just do your research. If your work ethic is not there, you don't want to work for it. Like I said, sometimes it might be a lot of free work, but there's so much out there. There's no excuse for us not to say, I can find a mentor or I can find somebody. You might get 10 people that will turn you away, but one is going to look at you. And for me, I want to still grow as a mentor. There's people that have reached out to me and I've given them, like, Vibe has a really good platform called VX3 Exchange. And you can look that up. It gives you the platform to do a lot of not tutoring, but mentoring, training. And there's a lot of courses like production, how to speak, you know, producing your stuff, using the technology in the space. I mean, Vibe is very much an FM station with still a community license. So we have that training aspect, and VX3 Exchange is the platform for that. Yeah.
So speaking of community, what do you think about, you know, people say now you have to step on each other's toes, step on each other.
Let me sip on my magic tea for a minute.
To get to the top. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Everyone has that mentality. But what's your take on that?
Oh boy, you know, I don't believe in it. And that probably makes the difference between me having, you know, because people are so bent on looking at social media and going, oh, I have 1,000 followers. Oh, now I have, 5,000 followers. Yeah. Maybe that's the difference between me having 2,500 to somebody having, 100,000. Yeah. I just don't believe in stepping on people. I believe in working with people. I believe that the people you're working with should have the intent to help you grow and not just keep you under their foot, because I've experienced that. Yeah. And then that person turned around and said I was trying to basically steal from him and use a platform to and I was just like, that was so not the case. Yeah. And so I don't believe in that. I've never been of that mindset. And anybody that's worked with me would know that. I tell every bride and groom that I work with, and I have a wedding I'm going to this afternoon, big up Natalie and Vic. And, I say this to every bride and groom and who remains my friends, like, I'm genuinely there. I'm not there for the money. I'm there to make your night cool, and I just like doing it. That's awesome. You know what I mean? So I don't believe in it.
It's amazing to have support rather than competition.
Yeah.
Because I understand that in this industry, you fight to get to the top.
Yeah,
you have to be aggressive in a sense. Yeah. But supporting each other all along the way.
Yeah.
You bring the people around you up.
Absolutely.
And that's something Grant taught me.
Yeah, Grant is good for that, man. Yeah. Hook up with Grant.
Yeah. So, now let's talk about some dirty little secrets.
All right. I'm ready.
So being a woman in this industry
Yeah.
cannot be easy. We touched on it.
Yeah.
You know, being a male-dominated industry.
Yeah.
So what have you had to do to assert yourself as a woman in this industry?
Oh, man. Well, one thing I don't do is I'm not a groupie. The other thing I don't do is somebody told me at one point I need to show up to every party. Can't do it. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have the energy, and I don't see why. I support you if I can do it through social media.
Yeah.
But your question was one thing I don't do or do that I do.
Yeah, things
that
that
I
you
do.
Yeah.
I said do on TV. I mean, the one thing I do is make sure that I can strengthen the connections with people.
Yeah.
I make sure that I reach out and say, yo, if I can't come to your party or somebody asks me to come and I can't make it, whether I'm working or something, I'll try in some way to support, whether that means a repost on social media, which takes like 2 seconds, you know, or try to encourage people to check out this product because, you know, my girl's making this tea and I want you to know that it's good for panic attacks and anxiety, all of which I have. So it's like, you know, you try to support people. That's how I think of it. I try to support people as much as I can, but I also got to get that a little back. I want those same people to be supporting me and say, Nad, you know what? I'm going to repost your party. I can't make it. I can't make it to everything you do. And that's cool. And if you don't, that's okay, because my mother always taught me I do things not looking for anything back, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I just do it not looking for anything back. Like, I don't. I just, like I said, I love what I do and I love music and I love to talk. That's it.
It's a perfect industry to be in then. So, okay, this is something personal to me. Yeah. And being a smaller person in this industry, I'm short. I'm 5 feet.
Hashtag short people problems.
People
we all have
problems,
I can't look. Just so you guys know, I'm sitting on this chair and I'm not touching the ground.
Short people problems.
I'm not touching. It's only because the heels are on. The heels are touching the ground. Just so you know. So I get it.
So, I notice this a lot because I'm smaller, and yeah, I understand I'm younger too. But I do have a big personality. I'd like to think so. But
people pass over you.
People overlook me. Tend to overlook me a lot.
You have to let your work speak for you. I've gotten guys, I've been on parties, they've taken away mics from me because my voice doesn't travel the way it travels with them. Okay. I get it. They're used to a party being a certain way. Yeah. But I think everybody and anybody can turn up a party. Maybe that's not a craft I can hone. And I'm okay with that because there's other ways I can do it. Yeah. But being a short person, a woman, a smaller girl, being young, honestly, let your work speak for you. Keep doing. I always say, don't watch what everybody else is doing. Watch what you're doing, because that's the only way you're gonna continue to grow. And keep aligning yourself with people that are gonna help you, and you can help them. Because networking, marketing is all about building relationships and helping each other push. And that's all you need. You're gonna meet some duds along the way. You're gonna meet some people that absolutely hate you, are gonna talk about you. I'm at that point where that's happening a little, and I'm just like, that's unfortunate, but it's cool, man. If you guys feel better doing that, then by all means do it. It's not gonna stop me from working and doing what I love.
I mean, you're saying my name out loud, so
yeah, you see? You see? You see?
So networking is ridiculously important, especially in this day and age. So what would you recommend for younger generations for networking? What are some tips you'd give?
Honestly, social media is a great resource. And don't be afraid to reach out. But it's the way you reach out. Don't be like, yo, I got this link. And here it is. Don't do that, man. You went to school. Come with some professionalism. Say hi. Good morning, good afternoon. My name is such and such. I've seen you doing A, B, and C. I really respect what you do. Here's the information that I have. Even if, you can't connect me with the right people, do you have any advice? What can I do to make myself better? That's what people appreciate. It's communication. I've always said, it's not how you talk at people. Because you should never be talking at people. You should be talking with people. Yeah. And that's huge. So you just, and coming to somebody with that kind of professionalism shows that you got the work ethic. Oh, yeah. Because if you just come in, you know how many people slide up into, yo, Nadzzz, I got a link.
I cannot tell you. I cannot.
Here's my SoundCloud. Get me on radio. Guy, like, where's your bio? Don't send me cuss music. I can't. We don't play that on the radio. Any radio station not going to play, like, the FUs and the Bs and the... Come on, Virgin. Like, come with a little... I've had great artists who have come to me and said, Nadzzz, you know, hopefully you can help, you know, share my music. Because remember, I'm bounded by a station, too. I'm not a music coordinator. So there's people who have to filter that. And I try to filter what I can. And I send it across to DJs, to anybody who's got a platform that they can share good music. And I need artists to understand, not always does it get shared, but eventually it will. And I try to do my best. Yeah.
Keep pushing.
And I try to respond to everybody. So really it's come with some professionalism, show your ethic through the way you write, email, contact, and do your research. If you're trying to connect with somebody, know who you're connecting with. Don't just know they're on social media and they got 100,000 followers, man. Yeah. Know what they do, know what their business is, know where they have their hands in so you can start networking and honestly go to networking events.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty dope.
Job fairs, this is how I found this, where I am now.
Yeah.
I'm where I am now because of a job fair.
Yeah.
Go to your school job fairs.
Honestly.
Look up job fairs. It honestly works.
And honestly,
it worked for
these
me.
Groupons have like networking events, and you know, I know there's single sites because I'm still single, just saying, that have like events, right? Like, and they're all networking events. Like, don't be ashamed to attend them. And I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of my friends, we're getting older, so they're busy.
Yeah.
I don't travel a lot with anybody. I'm a one-woman show right now, and there's people in the industry who I know I'm gonna be working with next year. Because every year, set a goal for yourself, even if it's one tiny goal, to elevate for the next year. Every year that I've been in this industry, it's been one small step up, and I've done something different. Yeah. Like, this is going to be something different for this year, and it's just like, OMG.
Awesome. Always do something different.
Always, man.
Push out.
And it's
be
goals.
Pushed out of your comfort zone. I'm out of my comfort zone right now because very, very introverted. I'm very
She's
introverted.
doing well, though.
Thank you.
And vision boards. Vision boards are life. Like, big up, you ever seen a Superwoman? Some people say sometimes we act the same. Maybe she's my doppelganger. I don't know. But vision boards are real.
Yeah, for sure.
I have one. I look at it, you know.
I remember I had a vision board when I was younger, and unfortunately, it wasn't very... I was supported by my family. It was looked at as mess. So it got thrown out, but... I mean, that's life. I have a vision board now. It's on my laptop, so nobody can take that down. But it's very important to have. So we are going to take another quick break, and when we get back, we will continue talking about networking and how you people can do better.
Yes.
So we'll see you soon.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
Hi, and we are back with Real Talk. We are on every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, because this is my first time. And if you like my face and subscribe, you might see it again.
I heart you. Which camera? I heart you.
So, we went off on a bit of a tangent on break, so kind of lost my footing there, but...
My bad, I do that often. I do that often.
It happens. Real talk, it happens. So, I think I was mentioning something about being in the place I am now, and we're talking a lot about, you know, the journey to getting where you need to be, where you want to be in the entertainment industry. So I feel like it's really important for especially millennials or like people now going into the space to know about the journey, not just about, you hear about struggles all the time, but hear about mentorship and things that you can do better, things that you can do better for yourself.
Oh yeah, I've had some great experiences. Like, I don't think anybody knows what it's like to be an up and coming MC and stand up at a reggae festival with somebody who was next to me and has had, donkey years of experience. Like, I've stood on the stage with Specs, the boss from G98.7, and that, I don't think he knows this, but that to me was just like bananas. I was like, what am I doing? And there is a crowd of over 15,000 people in front of us, and we're introducing Allison Hines, which for him is like nothing. We're introducing, oh my God, I forgot his name. But anyways, we're introducing like big artists, and it's like, for them, it's like nothing. For me, I'm standing there going, yo, I got a crowd responding to me. Like, it is crazy the great experiences I've had, the weddings that I've done and the people that I have met from that. I've met some lovely couples. I think all but maybe 2 couples out of the umpteen weddings that I've done didn't make it, but I still keep in contact with either the bride or the groom or both. And it's nice because they all follow me on social media. They've had me, MC.
You.
Yeah, and those are fantastic experiences. The other club events that I've done, there's been a lot of guys who support as DJs. They come up to you, I come up to them. Promoters, Tricky Promo, big up Tricky Promo. Like, that's my boy. That's one of my good friend. No, we're not dating. Everybody's always like, you must be dating, Matt. Look, guys, these are my people that I encircle myself with so we could build a business and do what we need to do, Mama gotta get a house, man. I'm trying to get a house right now. We trying to work out here, so.
That's awesome. So space is ridiculously important.
It is ridiculously important.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And growth, right? Like, that contributes to your growth.
Yeah.
As a person, as a human being, and then as a professional. And I think all the lessons I'm learning, like in media, things I'm learning at work, like they're starting to cross and mix, but it's allowing me to grow as a person. When I look back at who I was when I entered this about, 4 or 5 years, I was so green. And even when I was doing radio and I've listened back to like the ads I did, Lord Jesus, what was going on? I don't know.
You do voiceover too.
Yes, I do voiceover work. I love that. I don't get enough of it, but I like it.
If you hear her on FET promo CDs, because I hear her all the time. I'm like, oh, MC Nadzzz, you're here again.
It's fun. I've done that. I've emceed for the New Regulars, their Carnival band launch, which was a first, and it was so cool. And somebody came up to me at that women's empowerment lunch that we met at, and she sent me the Instagram where they actually had me on the audio. There was, and I was just like, I didn't even know that was out there. So that's cool.
Awesome.
Voiceover work for people's parties. A guy in Ottawa that follows me. It was just it's cool, and I like doing it. And of course my voice has changed. I noticed it. It has changed over the years, so I can see it. The craft it's building, right? I'm always going to be learning. Yeah. This isn't going to stop.
Yeah, the journey is about learning.
Yeah, for sure.
So we mentioned mentorship.
Yeah.
So who have been you mentioned a couple mentors to you. Why is mentorship so important, and why should everyone find a mentor that...
You can't build on your own. You've got lessons to learn. You've got mistakes to make, and you've got people who need to tell you honestly, in the most, respectful manner, how you've done wrong so you can correct. Yeah. I think that goes with life. It's the same thing when you raise kids. It's the same thing when you get into marriage, any relationship, business transaction, you work. You've got to have people surrounding you that are mentors that have been through the journey so that they can say, Nad, you know what? Don't scream on the mic. Because when I first started, I think I was trying to overcompensate, right?
You have a very powerful voice already.
Now it's getting there. But when I first started, I was trying to overcompensate because I was comparing myself to the dudes who have very heavy testosterone-filled voices. So I was like, man, I got to get loud. And they're like, no, Nat, don't scream. Just, we'll fix volume, we'll adjust. Yeah. So you need that. You need that to grow, because your mistakes that you're going to make, not everything is perfect. I don't have a cheering squad, I need people to be there and say, Nad, this was wrong. And Tati from Toronto Club Scene has been awesome with that. She'll tell me, Nad, this is wrong, but here's why. Look at this situation in A, B, and C way. Looking at it from that other person's perspective, maybe this is where they were coming from. So mentorship is important for that reason. Otherwise, you'll never grow. You may think you're growing. You're not perfect. Nobody is. By all means, I am not Sometimes I go off the bar. You know, I'm not refined, and it's just how you get better.
Yeah.
That's how you get better.
For sure. And if anyone's looking for a mentor, the first time I spoke to MC Nadzzz, she was like, "What do you need? I can give you anything you need. Do you need this? Do you want to come with me to work? Do you want to come with me to the radio station?"
Honestly, and I encourage.
She was so supportive, and you need people like that around you.
And I say that to any young woman that slides in my DM. Yeah. Like, there's been one young woman, she has a daughter, and she's trying to set a good example for her. And I know right now she's in the middle of travel for work and school, but I said to her, if you want to come to any of my events, just let me know. I'll give you a few dates, because, you know, I also got to ask permission for the people I'm attending for. But I have no problem bringing anybody that wants to learn, because if there can be more of us coming, or if there is people out there and they didn't know they can do this, then do it. Like, let's do it. Let's grow.
Follow your passions.
Yeah, you just gotta have the work ethic. If you don't want to work, then don't come to me, man. I can't build your work ethic.
Did a little rant about that. When was it, yesterday?
Yeah, I did. I probably did. Somebody tried to send me a resume and said, "Can you help me?" Okay, and then it was like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? Did you try anything? Do you what? Like, there was nothing to it.
So
Can you help me?
I'm at this position in TCN Network where I'm now flipping through resumes, but people will send you just the simplest message on Instagram, be like, "I want to work with you," and I'm like,
yeah, and you're like, okay,
and
you try to give them a chance. So it's like, let me give you a chance. All right,
like,
what do you do?
So yeah, what do you do? Like, it'd be great if we worked together, but okay, but first of all, what do you do? How do you want to work with us?
Yeah.
Like, no information is given.
And it's great to have a passion, but I encourage, because I write a lot. I love to write. I have a gratitude book. Every morning I get up, I touch the floor, because my mom taught me that mindset. Be grateful for the life you have, because you see what's going on in the city. I could wake up tomorrow and not be here. I don't know what is happening. Stop the violence.
Yeah.
But literally, if you know you want to do something, just write it down. Say, okay, I have a passion for this. I like doing it. Like, you need to brainstorm. Take up a notebook and just write and try to figure out where you want to start, because the minute you put your foot into one thing, you'll see how it will start to grow. It's like a tree, man. It's just gonna sprout, and you're gonna get a branch here for this, and then you're gonna think, man, I could have tried that. That's what's happening still with me. So that's what I say. Just and don't be afraid. If you keep putting off, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try. Yeah. I have done it where it's like, I'm gonna do this, and it never happens. Yeah. You just have to jump 2 feet in, eyes closed,
be obsessed,
semi-open, and just do it.
Yeah, be obsessed with what you do. Everything that you do, be obsessed.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
So I'm gonna touch on this real quick. We have very limited time, but let's talk about your work at TCCF. Tell us a little about the organization first.
So TCCF was founded in the 2000 by Jay Bridgepaul and a slew of people, and I'm sorry I don't know all their name. So big up Jay Bridgepaul. Yeah, big up the Remax family. And they started this in 2000, and basically it's a charity, the Caribbean Children's Foundation. What they do is they have connected with Toronto Sick Kids so that they can, support and fly children in the Caribbean who cannot get the medical surgeries that they need. And so what they do is they fly these kids to Toronto. I know that we've been branching out, so, we started connecting with, I think, medical agencies in Dominican Republic and also the United States so that we can get these kids these surgeries that they need, the things that they're suffering from, like, the cleft lip or spinal surgery or things in the brain that
Sickle cell is big in the Caribbean community.
Huge. And stuff like brain tumors and things I can't even pronounce sometimes. And I'm like, this is so heartbreaking. I think it takes about over 10,000 grand, if not more, just to even try to get a child where we need to get them. And so what TCCF does is, once we get those funds, 100%, this is one of those charities I love supporting, because I see that 100% of the proceeds since the year 2000 have gone to the children.
That's amazing.
Wholeheartedly, no doubt about it. We can show you everything. And so, we connect with those families, we fly them to where they need to go and get them those surgeries they would not otherwise have access to. And so and this is what I say about hustling. Yeah. I emailed Jay Bridgepaul directly, because that's who was the contact. Yeah. And Uncle Jay was so awesome. And so I just said, I want to be involved in the charity. This is what I do. Here's the links of who I am. I don't know if it means emceeing, if it means I can volunteer, help with, your events. He put me in touch with Amit Kanai and his wife Subs, and I just started working with them. And then I realized there is an arm branch from TCCF called Inspire to Act. You can hit them up on social media. And so that is the youth portion, to get youth to empower, engage, and educate and get more. We need more youth to volunteer, but people nowadays don't want to put in the volunteer work, and I get it, but it's good to get into the community for the social issues and understand what's going on with our people.
Not just that, it's networking capabilities there too.
It is, and plus you're getting into a charity to understand the social issues that are going on across the Caribbean. And so we need more, and you know, thank you for giving me the platform to talk about it, because, you know, I want people to hit up, it's Inspire2, the number 2 act on Instagram, and basically we just need more volunteers to help us. We do Fet for a Cause. Yes. We try to do that, and you came to that, and we did that at the View, and so we used that money. We raised, I think, just over $6,000, and we gave that back to the charity, as we know that's going to go to another child. I think it already did, to get them for another surgery. So if you guys are interested, you can hit me up directly. You can hit up, you know, it's tccfangels.com as well for the charity. And if you want to make reoccurring donations, you can as well. The website is set up for that.
Yeah. All right, so we'll continue this after we take another quick short break. We'll continue talking about TCCF and what you do with them. And so we'll see you very soon.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity in our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
And we are back with Real Talk with your guest show host, Anesha Premraj, and we are sitting here with the very knowledgeable MC Nadzzz.
Hi.
Okay, so we left off talking about TCCF, which is the Toronto Caribbean Children's Foundation. So tell us a little bit about what you do for TCCF.
When I got into the charity, I think the official name that I hold is like the social media specialist.
Awesome.
So I try to handle like some of the Facebook, push on my own social media. And if ever we're in need of an MC or we don't have a guest, then I'll take over those duties. Also trying to raise funds and do awareness around the community. So the events that I've been doing, you know, I'll hand out, I'll let people know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then a couple of the DJs, we've hooked up with some DJs where they've done like soca-size type events. And so we've gone and represented, and so we would show up at the events and we'll bring all the paraphernalia, our pamphlets, more about the charity, how you can donate, bring all our signage, and then we just take part. Last one we did was a few months ago. I think we did it in Mississauga. I didn't get to go to that one, but I went to one a few months before that.
Okay,
and so I literally like broke a sweat doing the soca size. But like, you know, we got some donations out of that, and it was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have any upcoming events we should know about?
Yes. So the TCCF is doing their 18th anniversary gala. You must excuse me, I have to look at my notes. It is Saturday, October 27th at 6:30 p.m. going down at Elite Banquet Hall. The tickets are $50. I believe. Yes. And so you can hit me up, or you can hit up a whole bunch of people. I would just go to my social media because I'll have the flyer there. There's a lot of people you can hit up to get the tickets directly. I'm looking at selling a full table, which is probably about 10 to 12 people.
Okay.
So hit me up. It's a fun time. There's great music. Food is provided with the ticket. There's a whole bunch of raffles that go on. We give out so much stuff, jewelry, and that's all from our sponsors who sponsor us every year. Again, this is the 18th anniversary Angels Gala that we call it. So Saturday, October 27th.
Awesome. All right. So you specifically.
Yes.
What are you up to in the near future?
Well, there's a couple projects I have in the works in terms of creating. I know that a lot of my MC work has taken me away from doing a lot of artist interviews, and my artist network has been growing. And so I'm looking at a way and a platform, wink, wink, that I can sort of do a show with these artists, but not just a show of any artist. I want to show off the amazing Canadian talent that we have.
We have so much great talent.
We do.
Not just in Toronto, but in Brampton.
Yeah.
So many people have come up from Brampton so quickly.
Yeah. I mean, Alyssa Cara is like the most amazing.
We got Cardi coming tonight at the Rose Theater.
That's right, and Vibe is a sponsor as well. Big up Vibe again. So yeah, I want to, look at how to hone that platform for next year. In terms of other projects, the gigs don't stop coming. I'm booking for 2019. A lot of weddings coming up. But I'm really looking, and of course Vibe, like I'm on there every Tuesday.
Yes.
The midday vibe, I'm on there from 10 to 12 p.m. Doing the midday vibe, which is awesome. And so I'm just looking how that's going to grow because there's some changes coming and I'm excited for it. I can't give away all my secrets, but that's what I'm working on.
That's awesome. So Vibe, where can we listen?
Oh, yeah, you can listen at vibe105to.com. You can click on Listen Live. There's Rogers and Bell. Don't ask me to remember the channel right now. Randy would
She posts about it.
Yeah, Randy will be so upset at me because I kind of forget the channels all the time. But we are on those. And, of course, Vibe has an app on the Google Play and, iPhone people on your whatever it is, Apple Store. That's it. Yeah, we have a Vibe app. So
gang.
yes, I'm an Android gang. Sorry for life. Gang. But big on my iPhone people. So we're on both of those stores, and you can find the app at it's Vibe105to. And of course on social media we are at Vibe105to. So yeah, listen, it's so much fun and we're connected. We try to stay with the community. A lot of community events. We're at Vibes at the Rose Theater tonight for Cardi's party.
Nice.
Cardi's party.
Is that what it's called?
I guess Cardi's party.
Cool name. That's a cool name.
I don't think that's what it's called. I'm just saying.
But that is a cool name.
Cardi's party. Welcome to Cardi's party. Hashtag. Yeah. So we do all kinds of events, right?
Tell us a little bit about what you talk about on the show.
Oh man, I like to find it's a daytime program where it's more about to get people through the day.
Yeah.
So not everybody's listening or locked on all the time. It's throughout the day, right? So that in that 2-hour time span, I get to talk about different stories. And for me, I like finding the weird stuff that's going on. Like for example, if I saw today I heard not Mars, but Eminem has a new chocolate bar. And it's but you have to find the story behind the story, which is exactly what you do, right? So I try to look for quirky little stories and connect people back to my Twitter, which is also at MC Nadzzz, and just let you read the story and things that are going on. The last one I did was gold 24 karat chicken wings that were covered in 24 karat gold in New York. So, stuff like that. I like to talk about quirky little things and highlight our Canadian artists if I can, which is something I'm working on as well to try and incorporate more of the music that I'm getting. Of course, getting it approved and vetted through Vibe 105. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. It's awesome creating a platform for local people. It's what we try to do here at TCN Network. So if you have a show request, I'm going to link that, Grant. I hope that's okay. If you want to be a guest on the show, any of the shows, we have multiple shows. If you want to be a guest, we have a form you can fill out on mytcntv.com. And also, if you have an interesting idea for a show, you can also visit mytcntv.com and fill out a show request form. I will be the one personally going through all of those, so you might come in contact with me.
That's
all
awesome.
Right. So I think we covered most of what we needed to be honest.
Awesome.
I prepared for this, but I prepared for this to a
You
certain extent.
hit her up on the comments. Like, I think you did a really good job.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
I remember my first interview. I was nervous. It was a female artist, and she was awesome, but she was also intimidating.
Oh,
and,
no.
Because you don't know people's personality when they're coming in, right?
No,
It's like,
you
I don't
really
know how you're going to be.
Yeah.
And it's scary, but you did great. Nerves
Thank you.
always, just shake them off afterwards.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Yes. Okay. So, I mean, is there anything else you want to add?
No, just hit me up on social media,
Okay.
man.
All her links are in the comments below. All my links are in the comments below. All Alyssa's links are in the comments below.
Big up, Alyssa. Missed you. Wish you were here. Don't
Yeah.
worry. I'll see you soon.
It's okay. I'm taking over your show, Alyssa. I'm taking it.
Hashtag we coming.
All right. I would like to formally thank you for coming to the TCN Network, being on Real Talk. You provided the realest of talk, and I appreciate it very much.
You. Thank you so much for coming to me. And, again, big up everybody that watches this network. It's amazing, amazing platform. So just keep supporting, man. Keep supporting.
Yeah. Anybody that's looking for a mentor, looking for somebody to help them get where they need to be going, she will just immediately give you all the links, go through anything. She'll make sure she goes through everything, anything that you need. She's there. She's been supportive for me. So
and I will continue to be, just so you know.
So sweet. Awesome.
Girl love. Always girl love. Big up the females, them.
All right. So I didn't plan an outro, so I'm going to wrap it up for Real Talk.
Thank you for attending the show today. We will see you next week, same time, same channel. No, just kidding.
That's a good outro. I got to steal that. I'm going to steal that
100% all the time. Go ahead.
All right. So you've been watching Real Talk. We're on every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. All the social media links are down below. So join us again next week on Real Talk.
Deuces.